3 o'clock here on Ahanang FM 90.0. You're listening to Motswako Live and welcome to the second hour of the show. Like I mentioned, we'll be chilling once again with two athletes and today's was they very vibey. Love it so much. The energy has been literally at the top ever since. And just to bring into who we have in studio, before that, we are live on Facebook. The name of our Facebook page is Ahanang FM. Make sure that you check it out. Leave us a comment in there, share the video, and we will be on YouTube later on. Ahanang FM TV on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, my dear friend. And let's get into it without wasting any further time. A middle distance athlete doing 800 meters, 1,500, 3,000 meters. And he is an SA 1,500 meter champion 2025, an African champs 500 meter finalist, and 3 times USA champion, SA cross country 2 kilometers champion. My tongue today is doing things. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Luan Munnik. And he's not alone. We also have in studio also a middle distance athlete doing 500 meters, 1,500. And he is a world cross. Yeah. Clearly, I have a word that I struggle with, and it is cross country. He is a 4 by 2 kilometers relay silver medalist 2024, a World Student Games a 1,500 meter champion, and SA 1,500 meters medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Swart. Hi, James. How's that?
Good in yourself.
I'm well, thank you. I need the energies again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Excited.
You're excited.
Yeah.
How's your day been? How's our morning building up to this very moment?
Yo, today's actually just been hot. I was telling Christopher, slept in a bit late because it's like my recovery week this week. So I did my morning run in like 30-degree weather. But yeah, furthermore, it's been good, and we've got a training session after this, and that's every day. It's just training, revolving around our training.
You, Christopher?
Yeah, me, I wake up at 6 and then supposed to go run, but snooze in a bit as well. This is Luan's recovery week, but I'm always a bit behind scheduled training and stuff, so now I'm trying to lock in a bit, so chasing the kilometers this week and stuff. So been at it running at like 8, so it was quite hot as well.
Yeah.
I told Luan as well earlier, my whole back and shoulders burnt. So
Sure.
yeah, just yeah.
How many liters of water do you guys drink a day?
Oh, we were actually speaking about this just
Really?
on our way out. Christopher doesn't believe in drinking water.
I don't drink water. I
Really?
feel like I'm gonna rust. So, but then when we were in Europe, actually, Luan said, "Yeah, you have to drink some water and stuff." I said, "Nah, I don't drink water. Like, I much drink Pepsi or cool drink. That's me." But now these 2 days has been warm here in Porch, so I've started to drink water now.
Unfortunately, you have to be
yeah, I have to.
in
Yeah.
there. And you, Luan?
I try and aim for like a minimum 2.5 liters a day,
Uh-huh.
but ideally like 3 to 4 liters. And if it's hot like today with electrolytes, probably like 3.5 liters a
I
day.
don't like
Did
those electrolytes. They taste weird. Is it just
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, that's
Nah,
why
nah,
Pepsi is the
depends.
way.
If you've got a nice nutrition sponsor like I do, then it's nice.
Is it? All right. Do you track? How do you track your 2.5
My 2.5 liters.
liters? Yes.
Oh, well, I've got like 750 ml bottles from 32 GI, so I just throw my electrolytes there, and that's about, I can't do the math now, 4 bottles of that, it's like 3 liters. So I try and get through like 4 bottles a day.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I aspire. I love
You and
water,
me.
but hey, 4 liters. How many?
Nah, I look up to Luan in that.
And you guys did something special. Yo, I wish I could cry. My goodness, I can't believe my eyes. You guys have brought your medals. Please
Yeah.
just wave them into the camera. Just those are beautiful.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
No, it feels good. This is my personal best this year. Basically, I got that medal for running in Dubai. And this was my national championship, my first senior title. So both of them very special to me. This is my fastest time, and to me, this is my biggest achievement in my career. So
Can I
brought them along.
feel?
Yeah.
Please. I don't know if my fingerprints are clean and stuff. But
No, it's all good.
ooh, can you see that? No, they also feel a bit heavy. You know,
Yeah,
there's some weight, ne?
Yeah, that's nice.
I
then.
mean,
Real
personal
silver.
best.
Yeah.
It is.
We'll sell the silver.
Right. Yeah, please act like you forgot, ne? And
Yeah.
nobody knows, it's our secret. Let us get into what you do best, right, gentlemen? You guys are athletes doing middle distance.
100 meters, and from the age of 9 you start running 1002, and as you get older you move to the 1500. I remember our first race ever in Pretoria, running for our primary schools. We actually went over the line at the exact same time,
Yeah.
and they were about to give him gold, and then one of the teachers, they used to take the stopwatch, just take the time like that, came to me and said we got the same time, and then we both got the gold.
Yeah,
And I mean,
I think that was
Yeah.
also the record actually, because
Wow.
on the school we ran, my nephew went to that school, and he left the school I think like let's say 4 years ago, grade 7, and he still said we still have the meeting record there. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
still standing there.
16 years later.
Yeah.
And you guys were in different schools?
different
Yeah,
schools,
yeah.
yeah,
And
primary
then
schools.
you guys met every year after the first, after that moment.
Every
Yeah,
single
like
year,
we
yeah.
run athletic season, the beginning of the year, and then obviously when athletics are done, we go to cross country. Then we go to cross country, and then after that, yeah, it's each year from 2009. We've seen each other. Then high schools, same in Pretoria as well. He went to Affies, I went to Waterkloof, and then also
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
compete there as well. And then Luan came to Poch, and then I stayed a bit behind in terms of my coach and stuff there. And then 3 years ago, I moved to Poch as well, and then we joined
You're
training
like, hey,
partners.
pal,
Yeah.
So yeah,
came to join you.
yeah. So it's actually like a how can you say it, like a love story in
Yeah,
running
right.
in terms of teammates and stuff. So
Wow.
we've been there.
Love at first medal, because you guys had to share it, right?
Something like that.
What
yeah.
happened at that moment? Because he was about to be given the gold medal, and you guys got the same time, and then what happened?
Yeah, I wasn't even sure. I just saw Chris and I were like over the line at the same time. I was just happy we at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And the next thing I saw, they decided was for me, and I'm gonna claim
Uh-huh.
that. Still not sure, but yeah, they gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I dipped with my arm, and the rule in athletics is the first person that crosses a piece of their chest over the line. So the arm basically extends the chest a bit. So
But
I
how
think-
did they see? Did they have the camera?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
cameras, and then there's like a camera that takes a photo
Oh
every.
yeah, then it wasn't inter-house, ne?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Technology.
inter-house.
Oh, but this is now essay, so you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's why we have cameras.
Yeah.
So I want to know. You guys sound like you have a friendship going on. I mean, we saw it. We see the chemistry.
Yeah,
definitely,
definitely.
yeah.
Like you said, we've actually been rivals in primary school, going into high school, but already high school we weren't like there wasn't never a nasty like
It's
rivalry.
always like when you step onto the field, it's like
Yes.
I want to win, but afterwards we'll
You guys are cool,
yeah
cool
chill
like that.
and
yeah,
cool
yeah.
down together and stuff. Yeah.
And that was going to be my next question. Then how do you guys handle each other on, the starting line? We now have to go, when you guys come across each other on the road, do you say, hey?
So in a way, I feel like Chris and I are slightly different athletes. Like he's slightly more towards the 800, which is the
Yeah.
speed side of the 1500, and I'm slightly towards like 3K, 5K, and sometimes I'll even run a 10K on the road. So I feel like I'm just happy for him, and he's just happy for me when we run good times. And
Yeah.
then he's also a bit like faster, and I'd say like slightly more fitter on the long side.
Okay.
So it feels to me it's like a mutually happy for each other when it just goes well,
Absolutely.
because we train together. You want the best for your
So
teammates.
I think we complement each other. Like you'll help me with the long stuff, I'll help him with the speed
Yeah.
stuff. So I think it's a good combination to have in the training group as well.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Off air, we were talking about the distances that you guys run in a week, right?
Yeah.
And you shared 200 kilometers, and you said
Yeah, it's
120.
only, 120, but my most I did was 140. But
That's
I capped it at that.
insane in 1 week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 week. Yeah.
And then how is it? Is it 10K today, 20 tomorrow?
Yeah, it's usually split up. If it's a session day, session in the morning, session in the afternoon, or it's a jog in the morning, a jog in the afternoon. But like typically a Sunday would be a 30 or 35 kilometer long run.
For him though, not for me.
And then after that, do you feel like, whew, do you have a, what do you call this? A dream kilometer that you want to reach
Like in terms of a total week.
in a week? Yes.
I wouldn't say like a dream, but I think the back of the mind for me now, I would for the next. We're prepping for world champs now, cross country. So for me, I think there's only like 9 weeks left. something like that. So I broke it down up into three weeks. So I'm finishing my first 3-week session, but then just climbing kilometers and see how the body feels in terms of that. If the body holds, then we can still push up until world champs. Yeah.
So you set targets for the
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
Okay, lovely.
But yeah, to come back to the dream kilometer, I'd like to explain this because I usually explain this to my friends that aren't into running that much. For us, we are at a level that it's not difficult to run far anymore. Like if we needed to jog a marathon a day, that's not the issue. It's the intensity we do it. So
Sure.
going to take away a bit from the comrades, but if we had to run the comrades in 2-3 months and train for it, we'd be able to complete it. Like in South Africa, that's seen as a big feat because
Yeah.
it's the biggest ultra marathon in the world.
Yes.
But for us, the distance itself is actually not difficult. It's recovering from the high intensity thereof.
Okay.
So I can do 120 kilometers and Chris can do 160, but it depends on the intensity and the type of sessions that build up that amount of mileage that makes a bigger difference. So I wouldn't say we have like a dream kilometer that we want to run, but maybe just train consistently over a time-year span to me is definitely a goal.
Does you guys' tired feel like a normal person tired? Like, if I am tired, does it feel like you're
So
tired?
this is actually funny because me and my wife, she works from 8 to 2. She's got a beauty salon, and then from 2 o'clock up until 7 o'clock in the evening, she has a dance studio. And then we speak about it, and sometimes like she'll tell me, no, she's a bit more tired because I just train once, let's say the morning, then rest the rest of the day, and then train again. But I feel like the intensity I put in that 2 sessions is quite equivalent to the whole day of her working and stuff. So we're still debating on that and stuff. But I think in terms of a normal person, like just 8 to 5 sitting in front of a computer, I think we'd be more tired. I think pushing their body to the limits and stuff. That's my opinion, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's very similar to a normal person being tired, maybe just more specific, like your calves and things are sore. So it's nice having a girlfriend that can rub out your calves or your feet just before bed. That's definitely a big plus.
I love it.
Yeah.
Spoke about having wife. We have a special moment that we should be looking forward to next month.
Yeah.
How are you
sure.
preparing for that? We're expecting a junior Christopher.
Yeah. So I'm getting, well, not me, my wife and myself. She's pregnant now, and then the due date that's in December. I think in terms of the first one, I don't think you can actually prepare and see. We've got all the stuff, the pram, the diapers, all that type of stuff. But I think the thing that I'm stressing the most of is, will I train enough, and then would I sleep enough in the evenings to recover for the next day and stuff. But I think you take it with a bit of salt, and you go through the motions and stuff, because I think it's like how can you say, it's like a lucky packet, what you get. This baby will sleep through the night, and the other one will every 2-3 hours needs milk and stuff. So we've got, I think, 2 people in the group that already has got babies now this year as well, and the one sleeps through and the other one doesn't sleep through. So it's a big gamble and stuff. But I think once you don't have to be alone in it, your partner will help you and stuff. So yeah, quite excited.
Right?
Very excited.
Yeah, I can tell you're excited, eh?
They didn't even ask Uncle Luan,
One of these days you must just say, I want to train today, Luan.
Yeah, for sure.
Please.
Yeah, I think so. We're expecting a baby boy. His name's gonna be Eli. So and then definitely gonna run. Training, put the bedtimes and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, you'll run with him there, and then he'll start getting the training from birth.
I think you should do all the sports, and then only like, let's say, high school start into. I think you have to do everything once you're small, and see, maybe he's a golfer or something like that, so we'll see.
All right, back into athletics. That was a lovely moment, and we have it captured.
Yeah.
Your
Okay,
son
cool,
will
cool.
see in a couple of years. Oh, this is how Daddy was excited to meet me.
Nice.
If there's one thing you would change about athletics in South Africa, what would you change?
Sure. Something in South Africa. Well, South Africa athletics.
Yes.
How would we change it? Tough choice. Do you have something?
Is it that good? There's nothing to
No,
change.
definitely.
There's a lot you
Definitely
can
not.
do.
It's best to be honest. I think the incentives and support towards athletes could definitely better. It's nice, this Project 350 that's come our way now. It's already made a difference. I think if we can be on par with the other sports like rugby and cricket, I mean, fair enough, we've got amazing athletes competing at the highest level. There's no reason for us not to be on par with even soccer, rugby and cricket. So I think our support is definitely underlooked in comparison with other sports in South Africa.
Yeah, I'll just add on there to Luan, like we've got let's say the World Champs was now this year. I think we were in 9 finals, and I think the previous year we only had 1 person in 1 final, so that's already a stepping stone into the right direction, but with a bit of funding, you know. So I think if you put in more sponsorships in athletics, and I think the big thing is like to get more how can I say big meetings in South Africa, to get the TV involved, you know, and that's, people want that, to see the sponsors and stuff. So once your brand is on the TV and stuff, more people see it and they want to buy it and say, yo, that guy's running as fast as Luan, I want to wear a Nike shoe, or he's wearing a Red Bull shirt, I want to have a Red Bull shirt, it's going to make me faster and stuff. So I think once you've got the, you know, super sport involved of whoever, you know, and things of also, like he said, have big meets in Poch or you know, wherever, and get sponsors involved and that type of thing, I think that will be good for the sport.
And with that being said, right, I mean, that's, you know, you're talking a lot about support. When you're outside, can you feel the support in the different countries that you guys have competed in as compared to South Africa?
I was thinking about this, if this question has come this way. I think it looks very glamorous when we're competing in Europe, because you maybe just see the Instagram stories or the photo of the Eiffel Tower. But most of the time we just sleeping and focusing on the next race. It's different than a European coming to South Africa for a training camp. We're there solely to run fast times and to race. So it's actually very tough, that side. But I mean, definitely our supporters back home, they message us, they always reply on stories. And like this year we had Project 350 that funded the majority of our European circuit, and that definitely takes a big stress off of you if you don't have to worry about where am I going to get food tonight, how am I going to pay for that train, I've got a race tomorrow in Switzerland, how am I going to fly there, you know. So having funding in that sense and support from people back home, it's always been felt, and always appreciate that.
Yeah, I was with Luan, we went this year to Europe and we stayed most of the time together and stuff, like and I think, yeah, the Project 350 helped me a lot as well, in terms of catching trains, buses, buying food, you know. So I think if we can get more people involved and making the budgets bigger, so that we can not necessarily say stay longer, but like target certain races, go there, come back, train again, go again, train and get that you know, faster times and stuff, to get on the world stage, the global stage. I think that's what let's say the pro people already doing, like, you know, Akani and them, they fly to one event, stay there, run it, come back, train again, and that's how they do it. So we have to go there, stay there for 2 months, you know, far away from everyone, different food, you know, have to buy meat, but meat's so expensive comparing to South Africa. We love meat. I can't think you can't go there eating just vegetables and stuff. So that's the day of, that's a reality we faced, and luckily we got some bit of funding this year in terms of that, and I would say we didn't stay too bad with the previous years and stuff. You know.
What is something that you're not supposed to do that you sometimes do as an athlete? You know that I'm not supposed to be engaging in this, or I shouldn't be doing this like that, but you are doing.
So Chris and I are notoriously known for celebrating a bit big of the of the good achievements. Like this medal in Dubai actually carries a lot more other memories. But yeah, also in Europe we were supposed to like be sleeping throughout the day, and Chris actually packed in his PlayStation, so we jammed that the entire day.
Yeah. That helped a lot, you know, like getting time passed and stuff. But like Luan said, I think after a good race or something like that, I think I would spoil it a bit, but like after we qualified for the Worlds for cross country next year, it was in Pretoria, so we went out actually the night, and
after the relay race.
After the relay, yeah, and it was just one amazing night. I think we only came
You
back.
can tell.
Uh,
You having flashbacks.
No, but it's good. It's good. I think we also deserve it. We don't give ourselves enough credit
True.
because, like in athletics, the season passes and you don't look back and say, "Okay, I did this and this." You're really focused on the next year. And as soon as you run the PB, as soon as I ran that PB, I'm focused on 1 second faster. I never look back and say, "Okay, I've done it now." So I think sometimes it's good to just give yourself some credit and celebrate it a bit.
Absolutely.
And I think like we running as well cross country, like the athletic season is so long from, let's say, the South African season is from, let's say, January, end of January up until just before June, July. Then most of the track athletes rest and then they getting ready to compete again the next year. We still have to prepare. Then we're going to the roads and cross country for another 3-4 months, and then once it's November, December now, we have to get ready again for the track season. So it never stops. We only like take a week here, 2 weeks there maybe, and so it's a whole time continuous grind the whole time. Yeah, so when we celebrate and stuff, we do it properly.
Yeah, and I cut you there. My apologies. I wanted you to tell us about the night in Pretoria. You can still.
No, it's good. It's all good.
And I think when you were in the job, right? I mean, let me put it. I'm gonna phrase it this way. You're in a job and you get really creative about maybe the people at the top can do this and that, and this and that. I mean, sometimes we don't even have the power to do that, but you just being creative and you really wish such things would happen for your benefit as an athlete and other athletes, right? I do know that in April you guys were running at MacArthur. Not a lot of people knew about this. I mean, I was there personally. I saw some of y'all.
Okay, nice.
Right, but I think it's about time that we change that in South Africa. We would have, different tournaments. I think in 2022 we had a hockey World Cup happening in Boch. Nobody knew. I mean, you get people like Bokamoso who are always looking out for things on social media, and then you're the lucky one to find out that okay, there's a tournament happening here. What do you think on the side of South African athletics could be done to change that? People not knowing about events, people not knowing about the different tournaments.
Yeah, I think marketing in itself has definitely moved way more to social media. So maybe if us as athletes can expose ourselves on social media a bit better, do some more effort in that, and ASA can also maybe have an incentive or supportive structure that also focuses a bit more on social media, because the younger kids of today, most of them know me because of Instagram, not necessarily my accomplishments, but just some posts, some stories, and they're also going to be the people that become the supporters and the athletes themselves. And I think in general, internationally, you can just see that most of marketing and exposure is done via social media. So I think us as athletes can do a bit better in exposing ourselves on Instagram, and then maybe Athletics South Africa themselves can also have a system in place. I know they've been doing a bit better with their content on Instagram, for example, but maybe like a structure that also supports the athletes to promote more. So if an athlete is not only good in his performance but also very good in marketing themselves, there can be some form of incentive.
All right.
Yeah, I think Luan covered it all. Yeah, there's nothing I would add. Yeah, I would just maybe add, like, let's say if you can promote more on TV, like let's say sport channels and that type of stuff. Like let's say there's a lot of rugby, let's say the Boka are playing this weekend, you're going to hear it on the radio, the TV, you're going to see it, billboards and that type of stuff. So I think, but obviously with that you need to have the sponsors and stuff.
True.
So yeah, that was all I'll add.
And I think interviews like this is actually a good example of this is not something we've had in the past or not as frequent now with all the athletes. So I think this is another example of something that's creating more exposure for athletes and Athletics South Africa.
Love that. I mean, we love that we're contributing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not trying to take my own horn by hair. At what age or what year did you know that I want to do this professionally? I think I'm doing this for life.
I don't think I really had a choice. I think I was 5 or 6 and I was already doing like double sessions because both my parents have a big running background and they love the sport extremely. And somewhere like in between that and high school I burnt out a bit, and then at the end of my high school career that's where I found my passion again. And I'd say my first year in Porch is where I decided like this is really what I want to do and focus on that. And yes, somehow negatively influenced my academics at first, but I mean, it was my decision, and yeah, I'd say about at 19, I thought this is for me, and I want to get to the top of the world.
And before we move on to Christopher, I love that you mentioned the part of burning out because it's something that Busang mentioned, right, when we were having a chat with him, when we were asking him, at what age should one take this serious? I'm now paraphrasing it,
Yeah.
but he was saying, at a young age, you don't have to go too hard because you'll find yourself burnt out. And then what if you had not fallen in love with it again? What would have happened then, right? So I hope the kiddies are taking notes and referring back and referencing. I love that.
Definitely, yeah. I think like Chris actually spoke about his little boy coming next month. I think it's important to focus on a vast majority of sports before you only go into athletics. I think for us as an endurance sport, the more you do, and then maybe I'd say maybe a bit earlier than most people say, but I think if you can start focusing from 16 around, start specializing in your sport, then you would have a good senior career. But I think primary school and all that, just do everything.
Right? Lovely.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, the thing is, I think when I was 17, grade 11, I think I played all type of sport. I played a bit of rugby in high school still, here and there, but mostly hockey. I loved my hockey. Until today, I would like to maybe go play some club hockey or stuff, but like played hockey and stuff. And then when I saw the first people actually making like friends in my age group, making a world's team, world juniors and stuff, I think they went to Finland and stuff, and I was thinking, this is actually cool. I'm getting actually goosebumps. Like, I want to do this. I want to get that team and stuff. And then I told my coach in high school, I want to do this.
Yeah,
one
we
day.
missed out on all of that.
Yeah.
We never made teams. I barely made high school teams in high school.
Sure.
Like, I was like B inter high, and in the beginning of high school, I didn't make the inter high team. I think Christopher was running decently, but we still didn't make national teams at all.
Yeah, like
and now I'd say 90% of those athletes that made those teams,
I could count
17,
on my
18 and 19.
hand actually, like how many people from the 2000s, kids are still running, or let's say competing athletics wise. I think
nevertheless improved. I don't think there's
I think
just
we
about us
maybe 10 people,
not even.
and I think 4 or 5 are actually improving each year and getting the global stages and stuff. So I think it's in a way it's a blessing to only say let's start later, and then working towards a senior, have that goals and stuff. But yeah, actually say let's say grade 11, but then still I thought, okay, I'm sacrificing now, but like in terms of that, I actually didn't. So I was just actually training like the other kids did actually, and then only let's say first year, starting to do I took a gap year and then started working and running actually, and I think from there on it just went better and stuff.
Wow. And then how much time did you have to put in to get to where you are from first year?
I'd say progressively has gotten more over time, but it's a very mental thing. I remember about 4 or 5 years back, like in my second year, Alroy actually phrased it well, if you want to be treated like a professional, you need to treat yourself and carry yourself as a professional. So you're not going to become an elite athlete if you don't carry yourself like that. So it's kind of a mental switch, and not just the hours you put in, because you can be putting in all the hours, but it's the wrong hours. It's how you carry yourself, how you eat, how you sleep. But yeah, I'd say drastically we've put in more energy into our running than end of high school and maybe start of our university career.
And each year you say, okay, this worked this year, so let me add another workout here, or maybe do some gym here, or maybe let's say eat less bread or something, adding each year and see what's working, what's not working. Okay, this year this didn't work, let's add something else. So it's every year it's a progression and a learning curve as well.
Yeah, we improve on the formula each year.
Yeah,
you never
so I think
like you figured it out now.
Yeah,
like this time next year I'm gonna say, I actually knew nothing last year, and the year after it's gonna be like that.
Always learning.
Yeah, it's always snowboarding.
Exactly, yeah.
Before we continue, I want to say you guys are dropping quotes, eh? My mind is busy. It's finding space. Where can I write this one? I have to put these on my wall.
You're more than welcome. We'll be here once a week.
Right?
So,
Please do.
Inspirational quotes.
There's something you said, right? Sweat now, shine later.
Yes.
What does that mean to you, and how are you living it?
He doesn't shower.
That's a good one.
So yeah, it's just one of my quotes on Instagram. So I was just thinking, like, if you train hard now, only your group and your coach, but the spectators and even your family, you know, they don't see what you're putting in and all that stuff. And then once they see it's only like 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the track, or if you run a 800, it's 1 minute and 44 seconds, you know. So it's so little they see of the how much work you put into, you know, as we spoke earlier, like 200 kilometers a week. That's quite a lot of hours. Let's say that's 4 hours a day you're just putting into. That's just running. That's not even, you know, the gym and the core and all that type of stuff. So I think, yeah, so put in the work now, sweat now, and then once you get older as well, you definitely get the shine. You know, you can, let's say you can walk into Total Sports or whatever, you know, people start recognizing you as well as a, not a celebrity, but maybe as a role model or something like that as well. So yeah.
I mean, you work for it. Now you're shining,
Exactly.
right? I've watched a good enough amount of cricket, right? And I've seen every time a batsman gets out, you know, they throw a young tantrum, you know.
Yeah.
Do you guys have those moments when a race doesn't go as you
Definitely.
plan it?
I would say definitely for me, like you prepare so well. For me now, it was this year, Cape Milers, having a great season up until then, running PBs on 1,000, 800. Now going into my event, you know, thinking, okay, everything's there, PBs, training went well, come to the race, and then completely just blow, and you don't know what happened or something. Then you have to actually go, and then you mad at everything. Why did you, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely.
Does your reaction show, like after you see that?
I
My
would say, yeah,
goodness.
like you, it differs from person to person, but like I think I get
What's
like
the worst you've had? Let's be
emotional.
honest.
Like I don't break stuff and stuff, but I'll start crying and stuff.
Okay.
So you know, like saying you work so hard for this. It's not a team sport, but in a way it's a team sport. Like for that, you know, there's only you that
Yeah.
could do this and stuff. So yeah, I would just I'm just a crier, a softie in terms of that.
Yeah. And you, Luan?
I think athletics is a very gentleman sport, and that's something that lacks in our sport is emotion. And over the last few years, World Athletics has done very well in promoting that. Like you'll see athletes hoist signs before a race, or afterwards they'll have beef with each other, or there's a Netflix series. Or I think that's something we should be more emotional. Like from the outside, I think the prim and proper old fans from earlier years, they think it's a show off, but I think emotion is also what brings attention to a sport. So. But yeah, answering your question, I also don't show much emotion before or after race. Like I've tried doing some celebrations here and there because that also gains a bit of traction.
What did you do?
I've
All
done
sorts
a
of
few.
stuff.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
yeah, no, I've done a few, but yeah, I think we should just actually show more emotion, how we're feeling it. But it's such in the individual sport, and you keep everything inside, and we should actually just show more.
Love that. 15 minutes to 4 o'clock here on Munnik FM 90.0. We are chatting to Luan and Christopher. They are our elite athletes, and we're chatting to them today. We are live on Facebook at Munnik FM. Leave us a comment there. Let us hear what you have to say. But we're still continuing the chat, even though we're getting closer to wrapping it up. I just want to know, gents, right? Do you have any, in terms of dietary, earlier on I asked you what's something that you're supposed to do that you know, and do you guys have a strict diet?
Oh, we're completely different actually when it comes to that. I think I've like my way of eating, and Chris also has what works for him best. But yeah, I actually had an injury streak of like 2-3 years where I didn't compete at all, about 2-3 years ago. And to sort that out, I had to see a dietitian. So since then, my diet's been way better, and I've learned a lot more about nutrition. So yeah, it's morning, afternoon, and then dinner, and then snacks and supplements in between quite vigorously.
Yeah, but that's Luan. Yeah, I saw it in Europe as well. But me, there's nothing for me. If I'm hungry, I eat. So there's no. And I think it's a good thing if you can keep it that way. I'd say not unhealthy, but like if I'm hungry, I'll eat now. But if I'm less for, or I want to eat a sweet or something, I'll definitely take it. But I won't overdo it. Sometimes I do. I'll eat a whole chocolate or something. But like I'm not strict on how many carbs, how many protein.
Okay.
I think take it as it comes. Yeah. So
Has
It's more
that
balanced.
yeah.
Has that ever backfired though?
Not really. I don't think so. I think some people would say, yeah, if you focus on your eating and stuff, people say, yeah, you'll drop 3 seconds here, but you never know. So that's one of the things I will maybe improve maybe next year. See, okay, I ran this good, maybe we'll do the diet next year and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just go back to my old routine.
In every profession, I'm sure, and that our listeners can relate to this, we have things that we do that are really embarrassing. Sometimes we come on here and, I mean, I was struggling with cross country just now. What is something that you've done that has been the most embarrassing as an athlete?
Oh, I'd say in my first year, I made the senior nationals, 1500, which was quite good because I was still a junior. But I went through a bit of a rough breakup, and then I started the race, but I was just so out of it, like.
No.
And somewhere in the race, I was just like, no, I'm just gonna stop because my head was just messy. And it was like 200 meters from the end, and I was like third, so I was gonna make the final, but I thought it was
Whoa.
like 1K to go, and it's a 1500, so you don't get confused that easily. And I just stopped and walked off, and my coach was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "No, I'm done." So
I have to deal with this.
yeah, and he doesn't forget it. He always keeps on throwing it in my face, like even nowadays. Like I need to have emotional control and all of that.
Does
so.
the girl know that? Does she know that you did that?
Yeah. Back then.
Really?
Yeah, I think she was competing there. It's actually her coach that came to me before the time that put me out of it completely.
Oof,
But yeah,
no.
not on
You-
purpose.
you
Not on
wanna
purpose.
Name shame. You can name shame
Did
me
it
with
on
that.
purpose.
It's old scars.
Oh man. Do you get embarrassed talking about it, or
Yeah,
is it the past
definitely,
now?
definitely a bit. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
think a bit. Yeah, so I can speak to some of the juniors about it as well, because relationships do have an effect on your running and your races. So
Okay. And you, Christopher?
too much.
I won't say actually. I would, if I can think quickly, it was actually 20. Luan was there in the not the race, but he did the 1500. I did the 800. I think it was 2018 schools essay here in Potch, and coming into the race, I had the fastest time of all the school boys, and a bit of confidence. I'm
Oh,
the
you're the favourite,
fastest.
yeah.
I'm the favorite. I'm gonna do this thing, and but first, my coach said, first gets through the heats and then to the final. And I was like, don't worry, coach. It's only semis. I'm gonna have it. It's light work and stuff. So we drove here 3 hours in the morning, and we ran and warm up, do my thing. And as soon as the gun went, my coach immediately knew, like, I was already in my head. I was already thinking of the gold medal and stuff. And the first lap goes, second lap, and then I think it was only 3 heats, and I'd like take 3, 3, and 3, and then I think maybe like 2 fastest is losers. I can't remember exactly, but then at the end I came 4th in the heats, and then still hoping for fastest loser, because I think, okay, I still got the fastest loser.
No way.
And they're waiting for the results. What? And next thing, the results comes out. I think it was 10 in the final. I came 11th. I missed the spot with 1 split second.
Time you're the fastest.
And yeah, the fastest guy is not in the final. So everybody also like low-key celebrating, and stuff like. And up until this day, 3 hours back, my coach was hammering on me, and it was just bad, like thinking you the person. Then the next day, my coach made me run the 800 solo in Pretoria, and then I think it was fast on my own. I had quite the same time as the silver medalist, so I would have medaled on my own. But maybe if you were in the race, you would have won or something. But yeah, that was quite embarrassing,
Yeah.
walking there with your charm, thinking you're the man
Right?
and stuff. Yeah, so
And then they say in your face.
exactly.
But
So
there's another one I think Chris is missing.
You
wouldn't-
tell us, Luan.
I wouldn't say this is the most embarrassing race because the race never happened. But would you like to tell him about Paris Street?
yes.
happened?
Last year.
Okay, that's actually it takes the top. So it was last year. We're prepping for Paris Street Mile, and one of my I asked one of my friends. I think he didn't race, but I asked him what time we're running. He said, let's say 9 o'clock. He says, okay, cool, 9, and no, he said actually 11. The race was at 9, so he said 11. So okay, cool. Paris is only 40 minutes away, and getting ready. The morning, standing up in the shower, and I could see my coach are calling me on the watch, and I said, why would my coach
What
call
time
me
is
now?
it now?
So that's already, let's say, 9:30. So
No.
getting ready, you know. As soon as I'm done showering, on my way, everybody's in the car. We're on the way to Paris, getting ready into the mindset. As we stop there, climbing out the car, everybody, like Luan's parents, I think his dad greeted me, said, "Yeah, Chris, what you doing here?" I said, "No, I'm here to race." As I'm about to step to see how the track is, the commentator Tabi says, "And they're on the last track coming in." Yeah, Luan and them coming in to finish the race, and yeah, I'm already ready to get him warm up and stuff. So that's also never trust your friends with times and stuff. But yeah,
Still in his casual and
yeah, I'm still there. Put on my tackies and stuff to go warm up. So and then I just joined the cool down, and then I went for a cup of coffee afterwards.
My question is, did you not have a talk or chat with your coaches before?
No, I did, but like we never speak about the program and stuff, what time we're running, because I think we're old enough to actually look at the program and see. But I asked my one friend, and he said, "No, you're running at 11, what. But that was the elite prize giving at 11.
Way.
So he saw just elite, I think, and then never.
This one, my friend is running.
So yeah, luckily we spent the day in Paris, so quite nice, yeah.
Right, and then you forget. And then what happened to you? What did you ask?
Yeah, I asked Chris.
Like, what happened?
Where's your clothes? Because he was there in his pluckies and I think a swim short or something.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's incredible. Yeah, we're having such a light chat, right? Are we coming for round 2?
Yeah, we can
Right?
definitely, yeah.
So earlier on you mentioned Project 350, my apologies. Is there anything that you're hoping for? We mentioned how it has helped you with travels, covering costs. What are you looking forward to as being part of this project? They have done. We learned that
I'm looking forward to delivering on the return. Because the project is at the end of the day, it's an investment in us, and they want to see us at LA Olympics. So I'm looking forward to giving my part next year. It was nice this year that the support actually covered a lot of the basics. So obviously, increase in support would be ideal. Because obviously, I think living a bit more luxurious life also makes your running a lot easier. Because you don't see the Bafana players taking a bicycle to training or whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to delivering my part of the investment, and I'm pretty sure it will happen. So yeah, I think the end goal of the project is to see us at the Olympics in LA in 2028. So
you know the saying, so too good to be true. It sounds so good, it sounds so rehearsed, but it's so beautiful. Taking those, are you taking those there?
Yeah, I think, like Luan said, giving back to the Project 350, but I think it's all stepping stones going to 2028 LA. But in terms of that, hopefully, let's say Project 350 can partner with other brands as well. Let's say supplement brands or for other people, maybe shoe brands or something like that, partnering with other brands to help and make this thing a bigger thing and taking us all the way, and it's good publicity for all the brands that's joining hands with the Project 350 as well.
That's a good idea.
So I think if we can, or if they can, collab with some brands and stuff, so I think that will be good.
That is beautiful. You guys are media trained.
Yeah, we're all natural.
You know what to say. I need co-hosts. Do you want to come next week?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. It's Luan and Christopher, ladies and gentlemen. We were live on Facebook. We're about to let them go. It's 5 minutes to 4 o'clock. Leave us with gems for the young ones who are listening right now, dreaming of being on the same platforms, to also be working towards LA 2028, right? Yeah. What would you say to them?
It's like a word of the day, or?
Yeah, a word of the gene.
To me, I always love reverting back to passion fuels purpose. So if you stay passionate and you believe in yourself long enough, the training and the consistency will carry over years, but you need to fall in love with the sport and fall in love with improving each year, not worry too much about how these Europeans are training or what this 12-year-old in Kenya is running on 800 right now. Just focus on yourself, and if you stay passionate long enough, you'll do well.
Do you guys get scared of going against Kenyans?
I think in the past a bit, yeah. I had my African champs against them last year, and that's the first time I was running with Kenyans. I think we were like 3-4 in the final and managed to beat a few. But I think South Africa is also, like I said, in athletics, we're stepping up a par, and there's not really a nation we need to stand down against, and not in any other sport in South Africa. So I wouldn't say we're scared of any Kenyans.
Word of the journey, Christopher.
I would say it's like a quote. Let me just get it right here. So I would say, don't dream for winning, train for it. So I would say, yeah. But also enjoy the process. Don't put your mind to it and just, say LA 2028. You have to enjoy the moments. You have to enjoy the journey. I think you have to make memories as well. Because if you just focus on that, you're just 4 years gone, and then you've got, let's say you make it to LA, but what's the journey you have with that and stuff? So
Are we taking the PS to LA?
Yeah, of course. That's going to be the PS.
We'll buy
So
one
maybe Project 350 could partner up with Sony and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely traveling. It's a travel buddy, so he's always in the hand luggage as well, so can't go without him.
Right? Listen, I'm getting all these ideas now, and now we have to wrap it up. Give us at least 5 items that you will always find in an athlete's bag.
Yo,
Okay.
the typical ones or something odd?
Odd. I'd love odd.
I've always got wet wipes. I never use them. They're just always in my bag. Maybe Chris can give us a second one.
I would say everybody's always has it, but they never have it actually. It's pins for your number and stuff. So I've got always pins in my bag.
But that's not odd. You need that.
Yeah,
Don't you?
Yeah, you need it, but no one has it. Like, you always, in South Africa, you always have to buy
True.
pins at the
always.
gate and stuff. So then no one wants to spend the R5 because it's R5, so then I would have extra pins and stuff. So then
and you're
I'll
handing
hustle
them
with
out.
it. Yeah.
You must start charging.
Yeah.
But random or odd.
I've got earplugs.
Nah, yeah.
Earplugs, and I think, what do you call it?
He's got a
sleeping mask?
pink
No
sleeping
way.
mask, this
Yeah.
guy. He travels with...
Self-care on another level.
Yeah. If we're stopping on a train station and we need to stay over the night, I need to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. I
So
can't-
actually, fun fact, we went to Belgium to race this in Europe, and the one we got a Airbnb, and then the night before the race, it was so humid and hot, and there was mosquitoes flying all over, and I said to Luan, I think we're not gonna sleep. It's not gonna happen. He says, no. We put a white noise on his phone on YouTube, and the track played for the whole night.
Yeah,
And you guys
So-
fell asleep.
Yeah.
So we
Wow.
don't hear the mosquitoes going.
Yeah, they were still there. We just didn't.
Yeah,
hear
we
them.
didn't hear, so we fall
Wow.
asleep.
That's-
You are a sleep master.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right?
he knows about sleeping, and this guy takes naps like this.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he's been teaching
Nah,
me
it's
the ways.
important.
Unfortunately, we have to let you go. Just a couple of seconds before we get into the news with Mothibedi. I'll catch you in the next hour, but unfortunately, you'll have to catch Luan and Christopher the next time they're here. I'm so sorry, my dear friend. I got to do it. Job.
Station for community. We bring back the unity. We're current and effective. Let's not ship as massive. 90.0 megahertz.
90.0 megahertz.